Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast: Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. And now, Kennett Indian Baseball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Indian Park as we get set for Kennett Indian Baseball this afternoon as the Kennett Indians play host to the Poplar Bluff Mules. Mules, SEMO Conference opponent, and it has been 3 SEMO Conference opponents as we count Dexter tomorrow. We go on the road to play the Bearcats. But next up, it will be the Mules. Mules are 1-2 on the season. John David Patillo's ball club knocking off Branson in a first game. I played a couple of more games over in the Springfield area and dropped those second 2 games. So they come into this one with a record of 1-2. For the Kennett Indians, losing the heartbreaker at Kelly in what was a no-hitter for the Hawks, but they ended up winning that ball game 3-2. And then the Indians bounced back nicely against Van Buren yesterday to get the victory. Monty Lyons is connecting us up on our radio stations. He has been over at our KCRV transmitter doing work. Then his vehicle wouldn't start. And Sullivan's Auto and Towing getting him all fixed up. I think he is back at the studios now. We have a doubleheader going on here at Indian Park as the Lady Indian softball squad is hosting New Madrid County Central. And we have those over on our YouTube channel. And we come to you here with baseball as well. Big afternoon for baseball. Our radio broadcast will be on KBOA FM 105.5, Pig at Kennett, and our radio broadcast for Lady Indian softball on AM 1540 KBOA and 98.7 WGCQ FM. We'll take a pregame break, come back, and check starting lineups from Indian Park right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen Sane ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Perry Jones back at Indian Park as the Mules just finished taking their infield and outfield practice. The Indians will do a little groundwork, and we're about set to get this one underway. So let's check the starting lineups. First for the Mules, as you see it up on our screen. If you're watching our video live stream, Dylan Hall will lead things off for Poplar Bluff. He'll be the center fielder. Marcus Tabadera will be at second base and batting second. Noah Spain doing the pitching and will bat third. For Poplar Bluff, Bryce Dobbs is the cleanup hitter, and he will do the catching this afternoon. Miles Johnson, the shortstop, bats fifth. Cade Huffman will be in right field, batting sixth. Brant Bell in left field, batting seventh. Ryan Tinchavez will be at third base and batting eighth. And Drew Cooper will be the first baseman and batting ninth for Poplar Bluff. For the Kennett Indians, they will hit the field and come to the plate like this. Caleb Duncan will lead things off and do the catching for Kennett. Cade Anderson batting second will be the shortstop for Kennett. Hayden Gilmore in center field today, and batting once again in the number 3 position. Cash Sprinklin will now be playing third base. He started out being listed at first. Now he's going to move over to third base for the Indians defensively. Caden Pruitt will be the DH. And batting fifth in the order, Colton Neville will be defensively in the field and playing right field for Kennett. Owen Williams will be at first base and batting sixth for Kennett. John Baker Brown will be at second base and batting seventh. Zane Franklin in left field hits eighth for Kennett. And the Kennett pitcher will be Hayden Wilson, getting his first varsity start here against the Mules. We'll take another pregame break as we get set for first pitch, and it will not be far off, folks. Back with first pitch right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Tournament season is just around the corner at the Kennett Country Club. Kick things off with a 9-hole, 2-person night golf tournament on April 12th. Then get ready for the biggest event of the year, the 3-man scramble happening May 3rd and 4th. Spots fill up fast, so get your team signed up today. And don't miss the Mixed Pairs Tournament teeing off on May 17th and 18th. While you're there, check out the all-new selection of apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Golf season is here at the Kennett Country Club.
Back at Indian Park, Indians take the field. One of our great broadcast sponsors, FM Bank, full service, locally owned bank, where decisions are made right here locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. And the Kennett pitcher out on the hill, and Mr. Hayden Wilson will be doing the pitching, and we'll ask Lance Penn, who joins us here for our broadcast again today, if he has much information about Hayden Wilson.
Not as much as I would like to have. I know he's another one of those sophomores of that big sophomore class. Comes to the left side. I know Coach Llewellyn talks a lot about him, about how good he likes his stuff. Not a super hard throwing kid, but likes to throw a lot of strikes. I talk to Coach Llewellyn quite often, and we're always asking on updates, and he really likes what Hayden could possibly bring to the table. Is his big key, just like the rest of them, is just keeping it in the strike. So
that's a big part of having success in high school pitching, and we're going to get a look at Mr. Hayden Wilson this afternoon as he takes his warm-up tosses. Good to have you along. Our video stream on several of our Wolf streaming platforms. We also have Lady Indian Softball right next door to us, also being streamed. You can look at our Facebook post and click on our broadcast links for each broadcast as Dylan Hall steps in, and we're ready for action from Indian Park. Sunshine, beautiful afternoon for baseball as we get this one underway. Just a few minutes early, and nobody complains about that. And Hall smokes the first one in left field. Turning and running after this one is Zane Franklin. It goes over his head, and one hops the fence. And a leadoff double by Dylan Hall is how the Mules start this ball game.
Well,
Wilson, I think that time kind of hung a curveball, and Hall was waiting on it and gave it a ride out to the 335 mark. Wasn't in danger of getting out of here. Kind of got it in on the hands, but nonetheless, it made Zane Franklin turn and run after it.
Get that out of the way early. Outfielders know, the ball's going to carry a little bit. Maybe have to play a step or two back. I don't think he was catching that one regardless, but.
Marcus Tabanera, now the hitter, right-handed batter, takes strike one from Hayden Wilson. Hall takes his lead at second. Couple of looks at the runner. A curveball hit down toward third, fielded there by Franklin. Cash with a short hop. The scoop at first. He'll throw back behind the runner. And out at first to Tabanera. Hall will move up to third. And nice play, Owen Williams over at first base on the putout.
Yeah, I think early one thing Hayden's just got to work on is, if they put the ball in play, that's fine. We've got to keep pounding the strike zone. Let your defense work behind you.
Noah Spain, one of the top hitters on this Poplar Bluff team, and he's been doing that for a while. It's his stint at Poplar Bluff. First pitch is outside, ball one, but all-conference performer, and he'll be doing the pitching this afternoon. Right-handed hitter facing Hayden Wilson. Hayden just misses outside, ball two. Didn't miss by much, but just off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Spain. Dobbs in the on-deck circle for the Mules. Next pitch, a breaking ball. Nice pitch in on the hands of Spain. He fouls it off, 2-1. Wind blowing out toward right field here at Indian Park this afternoon.
Hayden did a good job there getting in on those hands.
This breaking ball again over the middle part of the plate, and it's ripped out in the left center field gap. That's going to score a run, the second double of the inning by the Mules, and this one off the bat of Noah Spain. He leaves that breaking pitch about belt high, and these Mules are jumping all over it early on here.
Yeah, if it kind of hangs just a little bit, there's not a lot of wiggle room there. So if it hangs a little bit, they've ripped 2 of them. But if it gets in tight on those hands, they're kind of having trouble. They're fighting it off and fouling it off. So take some notes early here, Hayden.
Mules go up early, 1-0, 1 out, runner at second. Tabanera with a ground out and doubles by Hall and Spain. Here's a fastball in there on the outside corner to the cleanup hitter, Bryce Dobbs. Tell you what, the pitchers, though, they're having to learn and grow up in a hurry on the varsity level for the Indians. But good to get these sophomores in here, and they've got some talent. Here's a breaking pitch. It'll get back to the backstop. The runner moves up. 1-1 now the count.
You know, if it says anything just about this team, you know, we're 2 games and a third of an inning in the way, and we've had 2 seniors and 3 sophomores on the mound. So just a lot of youth to combine with some experience, but still a lot of the team comprised of youngsters getting their first shot here. So learning early.
Runner at third. Infield playing back, and they will let the run score on the ground ball. Here's one to short, and the throw not in time by Anderson as he had to go deep in the hole at third. Infield hit for the Mules, and they go up 2-0 over the Indians here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that ball didn't bounce off of Cash's glove there and kind of fall right in there to Cade.
Yeah, it did, I do believe, as looked like it kind of deflected off, and that let Cade Anderson get to it. But the Mules go up 2-0 on the Indians. Still only 1 out. Dobbs, the base runner at first, and here is Miles Johnson. Miles, a right-handed hitter. We see the Kennett outfield now playing Poplar Bluff a little more to pull as Johnson takes the first pitch inside.
Yeah. Hayden shading a little bit more than what he usually does there in center field. And looks like we're playing straight up and right.
The 1-0 pitch headed home.
Or
a little bit high, ball 2.
I take that back. What I say would be straight up in right field. Normally probably a normal position.
Nebel, the right fielder. Gilmore, the center fielder. And a big gap in right center field. The 2-0 pitch, a breaking pitch at the knees. Called strike 1. Keep it down there. He's not going to get hurt. The youngster, Hayden Wilson. Checks the runner at first. The 2-1 pitch is inside, ball 3. Good stop there by Duncan. Keeps Dobbs down at first base. Hoffman in the on-deck circle. They pick off the runner. Throw down to second is not in time. And Dobbs will reach safely. Owen Williams got it and threw. The ball was short hopped by Cade Anderson, and in there safely was Dobbs. So now a runner in scoring position down at second. Only 1 out. Pitch way outside, ball 4, and the runner is going to try to go to third, and Dobbs will be tagged out. Good throw by Caleb. Cash Franklin with a tag. Yeah. And after the base on balls, Dobbs out stealing at third. So 2 down now.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Caleb picking that ball and getting rid of it.
Here's Cade Huffman, right fielder. He's a left-handed batter facing Hayden Wilson. They'll throw to first. Johnson back in there safely. We saw a good move from Hayden Wilson over at first. He had picked off Dobbs at first, but Dobbs, as they're taught to do, when you're going to be dead to rights, sometimes you just take off running towards second. Breaking pitch. Good pitch.
Just keep going and make them play catch, and he did that, and it worked out. You know, Cade here in the box, he's a big kid.
And Cade Huffman.
Yeah.
That's a nasty breaking pitch on the inside corner from Wilson. 0-1 the count with 2 down. Well, he was trying to stick the leg out in front of that one. Yeah. Takes it for ball 1. He bats with an open stance. But he was making an effort to take that one off the thigh. This breaking pitch missed a little bit of tall to the tall Huffman. Pretty close pitch, though. 2-1. Called a ball. 2 down. Runner at first for the Mules. There's a strike. on a breaking pitch, and the count 2-2.
You know, it's 4 in a row there to Huffman. So let's see what we get here on pitch number 5.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first for the Mules. 2 runs in. They'll pick off the runner, throw down to second, and this time throwing out Johnson is Owen Williams. So Johnson is picked off on the play. A couple of Mules caught stealing in the inning as Owen Williams with a strike down to second base. That time, Poplar Bluff, though, scores 2, and they lead 2-0. Indians come to bat when we return right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Harris Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy at 1224 First Street in Kennett. They have the med sink and refill reminders. Also the handy drive-through window. Free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Indians trail 2-0. Noah Spain, the right-hand pitcher, takes his warm-ups. It'll be Duncan Anderson Gilmore, Franklin, Cash Franklin, Pruitt, and Owen Williams. J.B. Brown, Zane Franklin, and Hayden Wilson, the batting order for the Indians. Wind blowing out to right field, hearing some cheers over at the softball park, and Spain finishes his warm-up tosses. Good to have you along this afternoon. Kennett Indian Baseball from Indian Park. Game 3 of the week will be tomorrow as we go on the road to Dexter to take on the Bearcats. Conference and district matchup tomorrow up in Dexter. Here's Caleb Duncan coming to the plate.
Come on, Caleb, let's get us going. He finished the game pretty strong yesterday. See if we can pick up where we left off.
Spain working off the stretch with no runners on base. Delivers the first pitch, and Caleb fouls it out of play. Strike 1. Again, we have radio broadcasts of the softball game and video streams from softball right next door to us. 98.7 WGCQ FM, AM 1540 KBOA for the softball radio broadcast. Next pitch to Caleb. Breaking pitch is outside. Ball 1, 1-1.
You know, like we talked about yesterday, there's a lot of stuff going on at Indian Park today. So if you're, about to get off work or already off work, swing on by and see what we got going on today.
The 1-1 pitch to Caleb, headed home. This one's high. I think one thing that we're already learning, this umpire is going to have a tight strike zone. He's not calling the high strikes, and the pitch is just off the corner. So Kennett can learn from that and be selective here.
Yeah, Caleb's got an advantage there. He's just caught one inning under this guy's zone, so.
That one's way outside and low. Ball 3, 3-1.
That one wasn't so questionable, was it?
No, that one wasn't. He was close to the zone of the first two.
In the words of old Bob Euchre, just a bit outside.
Now the 3-1 to Caleb, leading off the bottom of the first for the Indians. Outside corner called strike 1.
Yeah. It's a good taker there. It's a good take on a 3-1 count. Not a great pitch.
You didn't want that one.
Yeah. It's a good pitcher's pitch. If I'm a pitcher, I want it. But if I'm Caleb, I'm taking that pitch. Now I'm ready to go.
The 3-2. As Caleb leads off for the Indians, and he fouls it to the backstop, and we'll do it all over again. Running our backstop camera, we have a backup camera up here in the window. This gives you a view without having to go through the screen. And But the problem is a foul ball directly back toward our backstop camera, we can lose connection. And instead of having to run downstairs and hook it up, we'll switch over to option number 2 up here in the booth. 3-2 to Caleb Duncan, leading off the bottom half of the first for Kennett. And this pitch low and outside. Good at bat by Caleb Duncan. Spain through 7 pitches and issues the walk. Here comes the sophomore Cade Anderson to the plate. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Don't see many catchers being leadoff hitters occasionally, but Caleb really fits that role. We've seen Anderson put the bunch down pretty well. Pretty close play over at first. Good move by Spain and a quick tag by Cooper, but Caleb Duncan just in there safely at first. Cade not showing bunt here. Now he shows bunt, takes it for a ball, and the throw goes into left field, or right field. That'll get Caleb down to second base. We'll take that. That's as good as a bunt. Now the ball gets away from the second baseman, but backed up alertly by the left fielder.
You know, you were talking about Caleb not being your typical leadoff guy because of, being a catcher, and it's just, for baseball terms, it's not always a norm. But, he's a really, really good base runner. Yesterday he had 2 great jumps, had a stolen base, had a good jump on the one he got thrown out at third, but so it's always nice you got a catcher that can run well, too.
Cade again shows bunt and takes this one inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to Cade Anderson. Third baseman. Tim Chavez is just at the edge of the grass. First baseman Cooper also at the edge of the grass. Anderson with another 2-0 pitch. Again shows bunt and takes it at the knees for strike 1. 2-1 the count to Anderson. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle. Kennett trails 2-0. Bluff with 2 runs, top of the first inning. The 2-1 count on Anderson. He shows bunt, bunts it in the air, and it goes foul, and Dobbs with a diving try can't get there.
That was kind of a self-defense bunt right there. That ball was kind of coming right in on him, and don't know if he couldn't get the bat back in time or if he had to bunt it to try to keep it off his chest.
Evens the count, 2-2. Caleb Duncan down at second base for Kennett. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Noah Spain checks the runner at second. Duncan, the pitch. Breaking pitch is high. Ball 3, 3-2. So Cade's worked the count, pull. Spain checks Duncan at second. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nice fastball, low and at the knees. Cade comes up empty as he takes a cut at it. That's 1 down for the Indians here at the bottom of the first. The runner at second is Caleb Duncan, and the batter will be Hayden Gilmore. Well, wind blowing out a pretty good clip out to right field now. Hint, hint. I think I said that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm over here having more audio difficulties.
Pitch headed home. This one's popped in the air. Second baseman, camps under it, and he just barely makes the catch. That ball was blown
drifting,
out.
Just like we talked about, right?
Yeah, that wind pushed it on out there, but that's 2 outs in the inning. Gilmore took a whack at it, but got under it. So Tabanera, the second baseman, handles that one. Now 2 outs in the inning, and here is Cash Franklin. Cash in a big spot. They play him straight away. See if he can come up with another big hit. Takes ball 1 low. Wayne Chiropractic, 913 San Francis and Kennett, now accepting new patients. They also accept Missouri Medicaid. They do DOT physicals. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Wayne Chiropractic. Pitch low and away. Good take that time by Cash Franklin. It's now 2 balls and no strikes, the count to the Kennett sophomore. Big sophomore class here.
Yeah. It's like, so they're not a senior, they're a sophomore.
Cash trying to get out of the way of that one. It hits his bat, and he fouls it up against the screen. We'll talk a little bit more. I think you have a little more knowledge of those middle schoolers that may be coming up. And
yeah, there's quite a bit of those.
When Coach New talks so highly of a young group coming up, usually he doesn't do that lightheartedly.
Yeah.
Cash fouls this one out of play. Cut it to fastball and makes him scramble out on the softball field. 2-2 the count. 2 down. Runner at second. The leadoff hitter, Caleb Duncan.
You know, you're talking about Coach New talking. I just like it when he does talk a lot of times. Sometimes, you know, Coach New's man a few words, so I always give him a hard time. It's okay to talk, man.
Next pitch. This one's looped out into right field and going back. Second baseman this time. Easy catch for Tabanera. And the Indians strand a runner at second. They come up empty. Bottom of the first. Poplar Bluff comes to bat. And the second inning, leading this one 2-0.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Hayden Wilson back on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses. The sophomore left-hander for the Indians. 19 pitches in the first inning. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Poplar Bluff. Huffman, Bell, and Tin Chavez will be the hitters for the Mules. Huffman will come back to the plate, left-handed hitter. He was at the plate when Dobbs was picked off at first. Thrown out at second. Kennett outfield shades around a little bit to the right for this left-handed hitter, Cade Huffman. First pitch outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch from Hayden Wilson to Cade Huffman. Breaking ball. Breaks us off the plate, ball 2.
So far a lot of breaking pitches, and when you're pitching with a lot of breaking pitches like he does, a lot of feel. A lot of feel, and you know there could be some inconsistencies there, but especially Young's just where's that feel at from being able to get that pitch where I want it.
He got that breaking pitch over the 2-1. Here's a hard hit ball to first. Couple of hops. Nolan Williams will step on the bag for out number 1. That's what happens. Sometimes you get the ball over the plate and they'll hit it at somebody.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden's doing a good job right now.
Yes,
you know, left a couple pitches out over a little bit, and you know that's going to happen when you're pitching the way that he does, kind of pitching backwards. But
Brent Bell, right-handed hitter at the plate, and the first pitch popped up on the infield. In foul territory, Williams over toward the Poplar Bluff dugout, fighting that wind, and makes the play for out number 2. That's pretty efficient when you get it like that. And
yeah, that's big right there too. You know, you especially helping out your pitcher, going over there, getting on the fence, taking that out away, not letting that batter get back in the box and try it again.
Tim Chavez, the third baseman, takes a strike in there from Hayden Wilson. Tell you what, there's also the nerve factor when you're getting your first varsity
100%.
start as a sophomore against Poplar Bluff. That's not an easy task. Ball one is outside, 1-1. The count to Ryan Chavez. Good breaking pitch on the outside corner is called a strike. 1-2 the count.
You know, we saw that yesterday too. You know, kind of getting as it goes, the game kind of calms down a little bit, nerves settle in the game.
Little check swing foul down the first baseline. The count remains 1-2. Thing about this ball club and all the players just really getting their first varsity experience. I know Coach New and the coaching staff hopes, they're going to grow up in a hurry, but they hope to be playing better baseball in the second half of the season than maybe here early in the season. Ball 1 or 2 is low, 2-2.
It's great to get wins in March, but when you look up at May, March wins and losses, most of the time don't really mean a ton.
Curveball is outside. The count goes full to the number 8 hitter, Ryan Chavez. Two outs, base is empty. The 3-2 inside, and that's ball 4. Drew Cooper will come to the plate. Number 9 hitter for the Mules. Skeeter Kill Sporting Goods, another one of our great broadcast sponsors for over 60 years, providing top quality sporting goods to the region. When you think sports and sporting goods, think Skeeter Kill here in Kennett. Cooper, the right-hander, takes a strike on the outside corner from Hayden Wilson. Kennett trails 2-0. Poplar Bluff with 2 in the top of the first.
Well, we've picked 2 off today. Let's see if we can get the third one. Or maybe they learn a lesson.
Ground ball to short. Anderson will field. Take the throw to first in time for the out. Good job by the sophomore shortstop on the slow hit ball. Mules strand a runner. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Kennett bats trailing this one 2-0.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Noah Spain taking his warm-up tosses as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It will be Caden Pruitt, Owen Williams, and John Baker Brown due up for the Indians.
See if we can get a few more base runners and see if we can get a few things rolling here.
Spain threw 19 pitches in that first inning. Duncan made it down to second base after a throw on a pickoff attempt at first, went into right field. But the Indians couldn't get him around the base pass. Throw down to second, Caden Pruitt will come to the plate. This middle part of the order, they've been the hot hitters early on the season. Caden Pruitt and Owen Williams so far for the Indians. Pruitt, the Kennett DH, a right-handed hitter. And Owen Williams, the senior, will bat second. See if Pruitt can get on for Williams. And the first pitch popped up. Kennett, a lot of first pitch swinging, a lot of pop-ups early on. And third baseman Ten Chavez will take this one for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out on the pop fly. Owen Williams comes to the plate.
I think I fixed my problem, maybe.
Spain with the first pitch home, low in the dirt, ball 1.
You know that on the first pitch swing, if it's the pitch you want on the first pitch, you got to attack it. You don't necessarily like to see that pop up, but maybe you make an adjustment and get back the next time after it.
This pitch a little bit high, ball 2.
I do like the aggressiveness, though. At least we go up to the box and got a plan in mind of what we're doing and what we're looking for.
2-0 the count to Owen Williams. Noah Spain. Poplar Bluff right-hander. Misses low, ball 3, 3-0. I think Spain thought that might have caught the knees, but didn't get the call. Our friendly Wasps are back. Glad to see they're alive and healthy here in the press box today. Enjoying the sunshine and warm temperatures. The 3-0. This one's at the knees, 3-1.
They must have had the healthy Wasp pass this year, because I've saw them about everywhere I've went. They've been all over my house, been at work, been here. So
Paul Glass doing our broadcast over on the softball side. I told him if you see something fly by, it's not a bald eagle, it's a big wasp. It's outside.
They're healthy
ball
over
4.
here, aren't they?
They are healthy. And a 1-out base runner for the Indians. Owen Williams draws the walk. And John Baker Brown, Kennett's second baseman, comes to the plate. Another one of those sophomores getting a lot of playing time. Poplar Bluff outfield straightaway. Third baseman in on the grass. First baseman holds Williams' own. Here's a bunt down the third baseline. It's a beauty. Third baseman will field, throw across in time. Sacrifice is good. And that'll bring up Zane Franklin now with a runner at second. Ten Chavez with a good strong throw over to Cooper. So Williams moves down to second base now. And there are 2 outs in the inning. Here's Zane Franklin. See if Zane can drive in the first Kennett run of the ball game. First pitch inside. High, ball 1.
Well,
this weather has just been outstanding this week.
Oh, yeah.
Inside ball 2 from Noah Spain. Noah continues to look in at the home plate umpire. He's not going to get any.
That's not going to help you there, buddy.
He's not going to get any Christmas presents.
Yeah.
I'll promise you.
That's not going to help you to stare down.
This home plate umpire with a lot of experience is going to say, "Yeah, you want to play that game, buddy?
Yeah.
You're not going to get much." Swing and a miss. Big cut that time by Franklin on the fastball. Makes the count 2-1.
You know, a lot of us officials, I said we call a lot of sports together, and I know that the guys that put the officials down here on these SEMO Conference games, they're sending guys that are postseason credential guys. So we usually get good guys that are quality officials here.
3-1 now the count to Zane Franklin. Yeah, and especially when we look at these and again, Noah Spain looking in. I don't know why he's looking in at home plate for, but
yeah.
Coach Patillo coming out to talk to him. I think we may have a pitching change here.
You know what I always like to tell young pitchers is, you know, if it's not a pitch you like, you know, there's a way we can ask, and then once you find the ones that you like, you know, pitch it there. You know he's not going to call the ones on the other spot, so just continue to work right there and make those adjustments, and if you start letting the pitch calls kind of get to your head, and then it can start affecting a lot of other things. Just go pitch, have fun, and let it take care of itself.
The zone has been very consistent, and we mentioned it's a small zone, but when it's a small zone, you got to deal with it. 3-1, the count to Zane Franklin. Runner at second, 2 down for the Indians. Bottom of the second, Kennett trailing 2-0. Noah Spain, after the mound visit, gets a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah.
Coach Patillo came out. He saw the emotion from his picture and probably alertly went out there and trying to settle him down a little bit. Now the 3-2 pitch to Franklin. Swing and a miss. That'll do it for the Indians. They strand another base runner here in the second. Mules bat, top of the third. They lead 2-0.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Darryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a showplace. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Looking at the softball scores, 2-0 is our score, with Kennett leading New Madrid County Central right next door to us here at Indian Park. Here the Mules lead 2-0 over Kennett. As we go to the third, it'll be the top of the order, Hall, Tabanera, and Spain. Due up for the Mules. Dylan Hall, the center fielder, started things off with a double to left center field. Couple of minutes after 5 o'clock, a radio broadcast on KBOA FM, Piggott Kennett, Magic 105, and on the KTMO streaming platforms. Hayden Wilson with the first pitch headed home. Little line drive up the middle, base hit. Another high breaking pitch, and that time Hall kind of got it off the fist, but gets it in the center field for a base hit. Marcus Tabanera, second baseman, will hit. He grounded out to Cash Franklin at third, his first at bat. Coach Patillo going through the signs. Cash Franklin comes in at the edge of the grass at third. Owen Williams holds the runner on at first. Hall takes his lead in the first pitch. A strike called from Hayden Wilson. Strike one. Tabanera checks his wristband after the play call from third base. Hall takes his lead. Breaking pitch is high and outside. Ball one. 1-1 the count. Marcus Tabanera stands back in. 1-1 the count. To the right-hand hitter, throw to first. This time, Hall back in there, diving head first into the bag. I like some of the fans here sitting along the Poplar Bluff side, first base side, and they'll face the softball field, and then they can look back over their shoulder at the baseball action. You get views of both fields from that position. Here's the 1-1 pitch. They pick off the runner again. The throw down to second, and again the runner is picked off, and Owen Williams throwing a strike to Cade Anderson. Boy, they are. We see the left-hander has a good move. That's for certain.
It's an unconventional way to get a guy out. Walk him and then pick him off, but or let him get a hit and get to first and then pick him off. But it works.
And that's out number one, and it clears the base pass. Here's a fly ball out to left field. Is going to drop in front of Zane Franklin. So another runner at first, but now one out in the inning. Noah Spain, the pitcher, will come to the plate. Noah double his first time up as he hit one out to left center field. Wilson's pitch, a curveball, line drive into left field. Back-to-back hits by the Mules. Zane Franklin will fire it back in, and Tabanera stops at second. Back-to-back singles by the Mules, couple of line drives.
So I missed my chance at last at bat, but I did have somebody approach me about a possible double place partnership.
Hey,
sponsorship
right.
there.
Hey, we'll use it right here with Bryce Dobbs, the catcher, coming to the plate. We'll send you a bill, whoever it is.
Yeah, he was for real. He said, "Hey, I can if I can gather up enough buddies, we'll put a sponsorship together for
right.
double play sponsorships.
Double play sponsorship.
Not for sure what we're going to call it yet, but."
I'll tell you what, we'll do a free double play.
Yeah, right here.
If we get one
free.
here, we will take it. Runners first and second, one out. Here's a ground ball to third. Franklin will step on third. The throw to first is too high and over the head of the first baseman, Owen Williams. The runner will advance to third, so it'll be runners at the corners for Poplar Bluff. Boy, we were close to one right there.
We were real close. Going to get a courtesy runner, but I would be lying if I told you I knew who it was.
So now runners at the corners and 2 outs. Let me put another out up on the board. Miles Johnson will come to the plate. Miles walked his first plate appearance. Runners at the corners and 2 down. Kennett would like to get out of this third without any damage done. Trailing 2-0. They'll throw to first, and Dobbs is picked off.
Oh.
No, Owen missed the ball. It went off his glove or hit the runner. It may have hit the runner.
Did it hit the runner?
I couldn't see it, but Dobbs is holding his wrist or something because he was hit. The throw was there in time. Owen's reaching into the runner, and the pickoff play allows Spain to score.
Yeah, the way he's acting over there, it looks like either he hit him or the tag hit him or he did something. I don't know what the ball, if it was the ball or what, but that's 4 guys now.
Oh,
is
was
5?
He was out 2 or 3 feet, but I have a partition.
You got a beam? Yeah, no, I had him. He was out here, and we had.
Yeah,
I know he's picked off, at least 3 that we've got for sure outs, and then we had a short hop, and the guy was safe at second, so that makes 5 actually.
Yeah, that would have been the 5th. Well, the ball would have been there way early. Coach New comes out and visits with his team. 3-0 now, Indians trail. Top of the third, runner at first. And Miles Johnson. Nope. Well, yes, Miles Johnson will be the batter. Huffman, the right fielder, also over for the conversation with Coach Patillo. Let's get out of this inning here. Breaking pitch is in there for a strike. We were very close to getting that double play ground ball.
Yeah.
Cash Franklin had a ground ball, ran to third, stepped on the bag, and threw to first just over Owen Williams' head. This pitch a little outside, ball 1-1. That's one of the pitches that we saw the Poplar Bluff hurler, Spain, kind of stare in.
Yeah.
It's when he doesn't get that call on the outside corner, but this umpire has been very consistent with his strike zone. 1-1 the count to Johnson. Breaking ball fouled off at the plate. And it's 1-2. 2 outs. Dobbs the base runner at first. A run in for Poplar Bluff. And don't know what we had that time, but it had to. Either time was called or it was a balk. Coach Patillo coming down the line.
Well, he's pointing at something over here. We have a ball on the field or I don't know. Hayden was mid windup when he called it, so I'm not.
So no pitch. 1-2, the count remains.
I'm not positive what happened. He was pointing to something over here. It looked like maybe coming from the softball field area, but nobody really seemed to move other than him.
Now we're ready again.
Yeah.
Runner at first is Dobbs. Johnson the hitter. Hayden Wilson the pitcher with the pitch outside 2-2. 3-0 Poplar Bluff. We're in the top of the third. Now the 2-2. Whew, didn't miss by much. Ball 3. Johnson stands back in. Now the 3-2 pitch. Dobbs will be going with a pitch with 2 down. Curveball is fouled out of play.
Yeah, that's a disadvantage of having both games going on at the same time. You get a lot of baseball foul balls on the softball field. We don't see too many softball foul balls over here.
Now the 3-2 breaking ball fouled back to the screen. The count remains 3-2. Hayden Wilson's pitch count at 47 with 2 outs here in the third.
You're getting really deep into counts, just kind of running that pitch count up quickly.
Again, the runner off with a pitch and a curveball down the third baseline. Fielded there by Cash. Throw across is in time. Great play, Cash Franklin to Owen
Cash.
Williams.
It's a tough play. Kind of takes a back pedal back and makes a good play. Good job, Cash.
So that'll do it. Mules will add 1. They lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. Indians bat when we return right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works. We're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Indians come to bat in the bottom of the third inning and may have a pinch hitter coming up here. We'll get the hitter for you. As Wilson, Hayden Wilson, the starting pitcher, he was due up to come up here to the plate, and we'll see who the hitter may be for the Indians. A lot depends on who the pitcher is going to be for the Indians, more than likely. As Wilson's pitch count was getting up there. Noah Spain will take his warm-up tosses here as we get set for action here in the bottom of the third. Kennett trails 3-0. Patterson Auto Sales, 412 near the fairgrounds, one of our great broadcast sponsors. See Trenton Patterson for that quality ride. Here's the pinch hitter coming in for the Indians, and coming in will be Jackson Patterson. Will be doing the hitting. Trenton Patterson, you can find that ride you've been looking for. He's worked for the large dealerships, and he knows how he can save you money on that next automobile purchase. Here's Noah Spain and Jackson Patterson, and Jackson takes ball 1 low and away. Not sure if Jackson Patterson's one of the pitchers, senior on this ball club, but if he is, he's going to jump right into the pitching role for the Indians. 1-0 pitch from Spain. Ground ball right back to Spain on one hop. Underhands to first, and there's out number 1. Kennett still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
Yeah. I think I know what Coach New's doing here. I just need to confirm it before I say it. But I think I kind of got an idea of what he's doing here with the play.
Well, Caleb Duncan back to the top of the order. Caleb steps to the plate. Caleb, a leadoff walk at the bottom of the first, made it down to second, but that as far as he got. First pitch outside to Caleb is out as ball one.
Yeah, we need Caleb to get on and get going here.
Spain. Next pitch, a little bit low, ball two. You know, Spain, as much as he was complaining about the strike zone, still seems a little upset about it.
Yeah.
He's only thrown 36 pitches.
Maybe that's
so
just
far
his
in the
normal
ballgame.
demeanor. I don't know. What do you think? I know he's looking into the dugout to get signed, so.
Now the 2-0 pitch headed home. Ground ball towards short. Couple of hops there, and Johnson up and over in time for out number 2. First 2 Indian hitters retired. Ground ball to the pitcher, and then Duncan grounds out to shortstop. 2 quick outs here in the third. Now with the bases empty, Cade Anderson will bat. Cade attempted a couple of bunt attempts, his first at bat, and then after getting 2 strikes, ended up striking out. Take strike 1 on the outside corner from Spain. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle. If Anderson can keep the inning alive. The 0-1. Bouncing ball to third. And Chavez with a throw across in time. 3 ground ball outs for the Indians. 1, 2, 3. Kennett retired. Bottom of the third. We'll go to the fourth. Poplar Bluff bats. And they lead this one 3-0.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Tournament season is just around the corner at the Kennett Country Club. Kick things off with a 9-hole, 2-person night golf tournament on April 12th. Then get ready for the biggest event of the year, the 3-man scramble happening May 3rd and 4th. Spots fill up fast, so get your team signed up today. And don't miss the Mixed Pairs Tournament teeing off on May 17th and 18th. While you're there, check out the all-new selection of apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Golf season is here at the Kennett Country Club.
It's a
Kennett Country Club, the big 2-man scramble coming up. Or 3-man scramble, correction, in early May. Night golf tournament will also be coming up in early April. The tournament season's here. Go out and see Larry and John and all the crew out at the Country Club. Great weather to hit the course. Cade Huffman at the plate pops the first one up. In center field, and Hayden Gilmore drifting over to his right will take care of this one. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Hayden Wilson re-enters, and he's still doing the pitching. I'll let Lance Penn describe what that is.
Just another way to get another bat in the lineup. It's just a simple pinch hit re-enter. So if you have a starter in high school baseball, can re-enter 1 time. If somebody pinch hits for them. So he was pinch hit for, re-entered, go back and pitch. Now, don't get me explaining the DH rule. That one's a whole lot more complicated and don't have that much time yet.
The 1-0 pitch is outside. Ball, called a strike. 1-1 the count to Brant Bell. Hayden Wilson's pitch count 51, so he still has some pitches left in his outing. Trying to get through this 4th inning, and a hard hit ball is fouled down the third baseline. 1-2 now the count to Brant Bell. Brant's first plate appearance, he popped out to Owen Williams in foul territory over by the Poplar Bluff dugout down the first baseline. Now the 1-2 to Bell. High is ball 2. 4:30 start time tomorrow. We're on the air at 4:15 from Dexter. Conference district matchup against the Bearcats. Now the 2-2. Breaking ball hit back to the pitcher. Nice job by Hayden Wilson. Throws to first for the out.
Hey, way to field your position there, youngster.
Got it on the short hop and throws a strike to Owen Williams. So 2 down here in the 4th inning. Tin Chavez now at the plate. The base is empty. Ball 1 is low and away. Wilson's next pitch. Breaking ball. Low, ball 2. 2-0. FM Bank, full service bank, locally owned. They make their decisions here locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. A strike on the outside corner makes the count 2-1 now to Tin Chavez. Line drive back up the middle is going to be a 2-out single. Hayden Gilmore will get it back in. 2-out base runner for Poplar Bluff.
Well, let's see if we can get number 6. Got a runner on first to see if he learned his lesson or if we can pick him off.
7th hit of the ball game for Poplar Bluff. Kennett still in search for their first hit here in the ball game. Maybe the bats will come to life. Nice breaking pitch on the inside corner to Drew Cooper, the first baseman. Strike 1. Cooper grounded out to Anderson at short. Throw to first. Not much of a lead over there that time. Yeah. Nope, we're not going to get picked off again.
Go back. I think they drove in 2 runs on the first, and I think the run in the third came on a throwing error at first base. So Hayden's doing a good job of kind of pitching around those hits. We've picked off almost 5 guys, so I think he's really doing a great job out here in his first start. Really trying to kind of find himself as the game goes.
Trying to battle. Pitch count at 60 now. Runner at first. The 1-1 count with 2 down. Fly ball out to right field. Colton Nebold broke back on it. Now he tries to come on and can't make the catch. It will drop in, and runners will be at the corners with 2 down as Tin Chavez will hold up at third. How are you going to score that one?
That is going to be an error. I'm going to say that is a play that is usually made, and that's kind of how I rule them if they're errors or hits.
I'll leave it up to you. First and third now with 2 outs. And back to the top of the order, and Dylan Hall, who already has 2 hits in the ball game. Haven't found a way to get this guy out. Be a good time to do it right here. And the first pitch is popped up back toward the backstop, and that sound you hear
off the awning.
Off the bleachers down the third base side. That saves someone a headache. That's strike 1. Caleb Duncan went over to the screen, looking up for it. Kind of disappears out of my vision point here, but now 0-1 to Hall. Outside and low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Runners at first and third for Poplar Bluff. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Poplar Bluff up 3-0. Ball 2 is outside.
I think I overheard Paul over there with the inning or the Kennett's up 4-0 in the 6th.
4-0 in the 6th. Kennett playing New Madrid County Central in softball here at Indian Park. Ball 3 is outside, 3-1. Softball games typically run a little quicker than our baseball games.
Yeah, a little bit faster.
3-1 the count. Runner at third, Tin Chavez, and Cooper the runner at first. 2 outs in the inning. Mules threatening, and a 3-1 pitch. Inside corner is a strike. The runner goes, and no throw down to second. As Cooper will take second base. Now 3-2 the count to Hall. The pitch fouled off. He stays alive. 3-2. Wilson. The 3-2 pitch, ground ball to short. Anderson fields, and the throw across the diamond just in time.
There it is.
Dylan Hall. So we finally get Hall out. Couple of runners stranded by the Mules. They lead 3-0. Kennett bats bottom of the fourth when we return right after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Thanks to all of our great broadcast sponsors bringing you Kennett Indian baseball all season long, including Wayne Chiropractic on St. Francis Street here in Kennett. They're accepting new patients. They'll also accept Missouri Medicaid if you have it. DOT physicals also at Wayne Chiropractic. Jeannie Graves came up with the slogan, "Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne at Wayne Chiropractic." Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Appreciate their sponsorship and support of our broadcast. Noah Spain, only 39 pitches. He's going to start his fourth inning of work. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Indians. Hayden Gilmore, Cash Franklin, and Caden Pruitt. Owen Williams, if anyone can reach. Let's get some runs.
Do you want to say anything about this wind and the direction that it's blowing, Perry?
Well, it hasn't worked yet. Hey, I will say, though, because it's been a beautiful day, but we don't have that bright sunshine behind that the outfielders are looking in here.
No, not as sunny. More clouds in the sky than there was yesterday.
A few more clouds in the sky, but nonetheless, warmer and a beautiful day. See some people out in shorts, short-sleeve shirts. Comfortable afternoon. Ball game 1 hour old as Hayden Gilmore steps to the plate. Trying to get the offense started for the Indians against Noah Spain. Strike on the outside corner.
Good take, Hayden. That's your pitch right here. Come on, something you can drive, buddy. Let's see what we can do here. Get us started.
Spain. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Had our video freeze up thanks to Tad Jones correcting that. 1-1 the count to Gilmore. Hayden smokes it to left field, but it's right at our right field, right at Huffman, and he'll make the catch about ankle high out there for out number 1. Not much you can say about that. You just hit it right on the nose with a line drive, and the right fielder makes the play for 1 down.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. That ball was squared up. I mean, like you said, he just took about a step in and caught it right off the top of his shoestrings.
Cash Franklin, third baseman, has made some nice defensive plays at the plate. trying to get the Kennett first hit of the ball game, and ball one is high. The Kennett cleanup hitter. One down, nobody on. Tad Jones, obviously, helping run all of our video controls for both this game and the softball broadcast next door. Monty Lyons handling our radio broadcast. Inside, almost hit Franklin. Gets out of the way of it. That's ball two. 2-0 the count. Ball three is high, 3-0.
On Cash.
Kennett needing base runners, down 3-0 as we play in the bottom of the fourth inning. Spain with the pitch. Outside ball four. 4-pitch walk. And there
we go. Now we got something rolling. Maybe.
Base runner for the Indians. Caden Pruitt will step in.
Going to have a pinch runner here, I think. Crafton Binkert's going to pinch run here for Cash.
Crafton came in yesterday to pinch run also.
Freshman.
The only freshman on the team. I'm looking up and down the list.
No,
Sam Porterfield's
a freshman.
Sam
Porterfield. But I do think that's it. Last year as the junior high coach, I only had 4 or so 8th graders, and I know some of them decided to run track. So
throw to first, and back in there safely is Binkert. The hitter is Caden Pruitt. Caden in his first plate appearance.
Spain being the veteran here is like testing out the freshman and seeing if he's paying any attention. It's a good move right there. Get the pinch runner, see if he's been locked into the game or not.
Pruitt popped out his first plate appearance. Several Kennett players popping up early in the ball game, looking for the first hit. Runner at first. Inside is ball one to Caden Pruitt. Again, Noah Spain has that look as he looks into the dugout. There's a strike. Evens the count 1-1 at the knees. I think that's just Spain's demeanor. He kind of stands on the mound and glares into the dugout looking for the pitch call. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first, and his pitch is inside. That'll make him glare a little bit more. Didn't miss by much.
You know, we usually don't say a lot about that, but he is kind of making it a point to address it in a manner.
2-1 the count to Caden Pruitt.
Not a good poker face, I guess you could say, huh?
He's got one. Pitch is high. The runner goes and out at second. Stealing is the pinch runner, Crafton Binkert. Three balls, 1 strike is the count as that one was taken. So Kennett trying to generate something here, but now with the bases empty and 2 down. 3-1 the count on Pruitt. There's a line drive up the middle. There's the first hit of the ball game, just over Johnson's outstretched glove.
There it is. Get that one out of the way. Now we can string a few more together and get something rolling.
Pruitt, the first base hit for Kennett in this ball game, trailing 3-0. We're right in this thing. Just get some hits going. Owen Williams will come to the plate. Owen walked his first at bat against Noah Spain. 2 down in the inning. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. Strike one to Owen. Two down, Pruitt after the 2-out single at first base. The 0-1. Beauty, a curveball for called strike two. John Baker Brown in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Spain is ready. Owen takes it low and away for ball one. Sun comes out a little bit more here at the ballpark. As you're watching our video live stream, you see the shadows right around home plate. 1-2 the count to Owen Williams. Spain checks Pruitt, the base runner at first. The 1-2. Inside, almost hit him. That one will get to the backstop, but the runner not able to advance. I think Pruitt was kind of looking at home plate like it might have hit the batter, but
yeah, I think it hit the knob. The ball definitely changed direction, and that's what he said. He caught a foul ball.
So that's why Pruitt was looking in. It hit right off the knob. Now the throw to first. Caden back in there, head first. Knew it had a funny sound to it. I didn't.
Yeah, it had a really odd.
The 1-2 over his back with a curveball. That's ball two, 2-2.
And it maybe hit the knob and the hand and all of it all together, all at the bottom of the hand all at the same time. But
a little bit outside. That is ball three. 3-2. So the runner will go Pruitt now. Spain will throw to first, and he throws it away. But unable to advance will be Pruitt. He had to dive back in there, and it didn't get far when that little cutout area down there around the bullpen. So Cooper able to recover quickly. So the count remains 3-2. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. A 3-2 again to the plate. Ground ball back up the middle, slowly hit. Tough play, but shortstop will field, and the throw slips out of his hands. And everybody's going to be safe, and Pruitt's going to go to third. Johnson had it. He would have had plenty of time to make the play, but when he started to throw it, the ball just pops out of his hands.
Yeah, he just threw it, and it just wasn't there, was it?
It wasn't
Arm
there.
action came, and the ball just fell behind him. And then to kind of add insult to injury, I think he kicked it, and it wound up rolling past the pitcher's mound.
So now a runner at first and third for the Indians, and a big spot for John Baker Brown, another sophomore. Kennett trying to get on the board. A hit and an error here in the inning, and a runner thrown out at second for the Indians.
Come on, JB.
Brown fouls it off. Good cut. Fouls it down the third baseline for strike one. Two outs in the inning. Runners at first and third.
There we go.
There's a softball out on the field. Oh, and 1 the count to J.B. Brown. J.B. takes it for a strike. 0-2. Now to Brown. Outfield straight away. John Baker Brown wears the number 3 on the back of his jersey. Right-handed hitter. sophomore. Trying to drive the first run in for the Indians in the ball game. The 0-2 from Noah Spain. Curveball hit back up the middle. Second baseman will field, shovel to second for the out. And that will do it for the Indians. They threaten but come up empty. In the bottom of the fourth, we go to the fifth. Mules bat leading this one 3-0.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
We go to the top of the fifth inning. Poplar Bluff will be coming to the plate. And the Mules lead it 3-0. Good to have you along. The new Kennett pitcher this afternoon will be Colton Neville. Colton takes his warm-up tosses, throw down to second. Another one of the Kennett seniors on this ball club. And another left-handed pitcher facing the Mules. Let me clear the bases off after the Indians threaten first and third. But unable to get a run across in the inning. Poplar Bluff with 2 in the first and 1 in the third inning. Good crowd here at Indian Park, both for the softball game and the baseball game going on at the same time. 4:30 start for both of our broadcasts today. Marcus Tabanera, 1 for 2 at the plate. Second baseman for the Mules takes a strike from Colton Neville on the outside corner. Colton could play a big role. Anytime you got those left-handed arms, it'd be nice to have.
It's 3 of them so far that's been this year.
3 lefties. Of course, Hayden Gilmore, the senior. This ball is in the dirt. Ball 1-1 the count.
Colton's a senior.
Inside, almost hit Tabanera, but he gets out of the way of it. 2-1. Neville's pitch, a little bit low, ball 3-1. Poplar Bluff with 2 in the top of the first, added 1 in the third. Kennett with zeros on the board so far in this run department. Here's ball 4, leadoff walk to the number 2 hitter, Marcus Tabanera. Here's Noah Spain, the pitcher. He is 2 for 2. Haven't figured out a way to get him out this afternoon. He's doubled and singled in the ball game.
See what kind of pickoff move Colton's going to bring to the game here.
How about that double play right here?
Yeah. Double play sponsorship. If you're interested, contact Andy Rue. He's trying to get it going.
This curveball is a beauty for strike 1. To Noah Spain from Colton Neville. Colton checks the runner at first. The pitch. Curveball. This one's popped up into center field. I think we just got Spain out as Gilmore will haul in the fly ball for out number 1.
There he goes.
Right before that, I saw Hayden kind of looking into the sunshine now here, as they are very familiar with catching fly balls with the setting sun here at Indian Park. And he had no difficulty in that one. Good job by Neville retiring Spain, a very good hitter. And now the cleanup hitter, Bryce Dobbs. Bryce is 1 for 2. He does the catching for Poplar Bluff, and he takes a curveball for a strike.
Pitch, never way to get ahead early there, bud. That's I know it's the obvious, but it's so crucial to get that first pitch over, and it just gives you the confidence. Now I can go to work and do some more things.
Dobbs stands back in, the right-handed hitter. Colton Neville ahead in the count, 0-1. 1 down, runner at first here in the 5th. A little bit low on a throw back to first, and the runner back in there safely. Swipe tag by Owen Williams down at first, but Tabanera sliding under the tag. We'll try to get a softball score update for you. Hearing some cheering occasionally going on right next door to us. 1-1 the count. The throw to first, they'll pick off the runner. The throw to second is not going to be in time, as the throw was a little bit toward the third base bag. Anderson tried to grab it and then sweep across.
I think we were in time. I just don't think we had the ball when we went to tag. It's a pretty crucial part of getting them out there. That makes 7 guys, I think, now we've picked off.
Not all of those outs.
Yeah.
This ball back to the screen makes the count 1-2.
I think we're, 3 for 7 on pickoffs?
About something
3 or
around
4?
that. Yeah.
3 or 4? That's a lot in a game. You got 7 guys dead to rights out, and then I know Coach Snoo's that'll be brought up. I can almost guarantee you.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now a pickoff play back at second, and the runner in there safely. I don't know if I'm going to bring that up on his coach's show this week. We'll see how his mood is after the Dexter game tomorrow.
I'll ask him. It would be the first time he got mad at me about something.
Coach Aaron knew he is passionate about the game and wants it played right. And I love that about Coach New.
Oh,
yes. I tell you, he is a baseball guy. Ball in the dirt. It's going to get to the backstop, and the runner will advance to third on the wild pitch. So Poplar Bluff threatening here, 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and they lead it 3-0 already. Indians need to hold them. A cleanup hitter Dobbs at the plate. I don't know if I might take my chances with Johnson. Be real careful with Dobbs here with first base open. The pitch fouled off at the plate. Now the count 3-2. Good breaking pitch in on the hands of Dobbs. 2-2 the count.
Well, we're going to bring the infield in here.
Yep, now the infield comes in with a 2-2 count. Only 1 out in the inning. Kennett really doesn't need to allow any more runs in this one. Now time is called, granted to Dobbs by the home plate umpire. Infield in, they're going to try to keep Tabanera from scoring from third. Dobbs at the plate, the 2-2 pitch from Neville. Breaking ball is going to get down in right center field, and that's going to score the run from third. And going into second will be Dobbs with a 1 out double. And the Mules go up 4-0. Miles Johnson will hit. Miles 0 for 1 on the day.
You know, Hayden kind of had him shaded a little bit to the left center gap, and then that ball it kept tailing as well, too. So if you're watching, hit right there on that Indian sign, and It's just well struck. I think a hanging breaking ball, if I'm not mistaken.
Johnson looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Pinch runner for Dobbs, the catcher down at second base. And Neville, the pitcher, bounces this one at the plate. The runner will move up to third with only one out. Softball comes back out onto the field. Now the runner at third for Poplar Bluff. Still just one out. Poplar Bluff leading this one now 4-0. So I'll update our digital scoreboard on our video stream. Infield comes in again. Again, Kennett would like to hold the Mules right here. Pitch high and outside, ball 2, 2-0. Colton Neville, senior, out of the stretch. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Now the 2-1. Inside is ball 3, 3-1. Huffman, the right fielder in the on-deck circle. One out, runner at third, a run in here in the fifth inning. Devils 3-1. Outside ball 4. Runners at the corners now for Poplar Bluff.
Oh, didn't hear a score, but I heard a line score being reported, so I think the softball game is over. I'll get you a score in between innings here.
4-0 or score in this baseball contest against Poplar Bluff. Left-handed hitting Cade Huffman at the plate with runners at first and third. Still just one out here in this fifth inning. They'll fake the throw to third. No throw made. Lefty on lefty matchup. Huffman bats from the left side. Colton Neville, the left-handed pitcher. Pitch is a curveball. The runner goes. No throw down to second. Pitch is low and away for ball 1. So Johnson takes second base. Couple of runners in scoring position now for Poplar Bluff, and Huffman 0 for 2 on the afternoon, looking for his first hit. It could be a big one for the Mules. Already leading 4-0. Outside corner is a called strike. 1-1 the count to Cade Huffman. Colton Neville trying to work out this jam. 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit into right field. Infield was in, but I don't think it would have made a difference. And that's going to drive in 2 more Mules, and they go up 6-0. 2 RBI single to right field on the line drive.
You know, Will Leaker did a really, really good job there getting to that ball and cutting it off and limited it just to a single there because that ball had double written all over it. And like I said, great job cutting it off and preventing any other extra bases.
His Leaker into the ball game defensively. A very nice play. Six 0 Mules. Runner at first and one down, and Brant Bell will take a strike from Colton Neville.
You know that does set us up for, though, Perry.
It does.
It
we could
sets
use a
us
double
up for
play.
that double play.
Indians still with 3 at-bats left in this ball game. They want to hold them right here, 6-0. Here's a strike. 2 quick ones to Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Where's the lucky number 13 on the back of his jersey? Now Neville will step off. Bell gets time at the plate. Huffman, the base runner at first. The 0-2. In the dirt, ball one. Good stop by Duncan. Keeps Huffman at first base. Patterson's Auto Sales, Highway 412 near the fairgrounds entrance, one of our great broadcast sponsors. See Trenton Patterson, that quality ride you've been looking for. He's worked at the large dealerships, and he knows how to save you money on that automobile purchase. Patterson's Auto Sales. Neville's next pitch, hit in the air, out down the first base line. Going over is Owen Williams, and Owen made the catch. I heard roars, but there's a little cutout there in the fence area, and nice job hauling that one in.
It's two that he's made over there in that corner, and again, I said it earlier, it's such a big play when those guys will go over there and get that out. It really gives that pitcher a lot of confidence. He's got a fresh batter.
Ryan Tinchavez at the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the afternoon, facing Neville. Huffman, the runner at first. Strike on the outside corner. 2 down in the inning, but 3 runs in for the Mules, and they lead it 6-0. Throw to first. Runner back in there safely. I say the Indians have 3 more at bats, but that barring a 10-run deficit in this ball game. Right now the deficit 6-0. This should help. A pop up on the infield. Who wants it? The pitcher Neville will call for it to make the play. Mules strand a runner, but they score 3 and lead 6-0. Kennett bats when we return. Bottom of the 5th inning from Indian Park right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Bottom of the 5th we go. Indians bat trailing 6-0. It'll be Zane Franklin, Will Leaker, and then Caleb Duncan. Cade Anderson, if anyone can reach, and Noah Spain starts his 5th inning of work. 61 pitches for Noah through 4 innings of action. His pitch count still low. Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, for over 60 years, providing top quality sporting goods to the region. Clothes, shoes, sports equipment, uniforms, they do it all. See Roger, Chris, and all the crew at Skeeter Kell. When you think sporting goods, think Skeeter Kell right here in Kennett. Zane Franklin will stand in. Sophomore left fielder. A strikeout victim, his first at bat against Noah Spain. Just now getting
That's
through
what I
the
was thinking,
lineup
the same
second
thing.
time for the Indians. First pitch fouled back to the screen, strike 1.
That one's going to be tough. That might be up there for a little bit. I don't know if you can see that one, Perry.
Yeah,
but
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to jump out of this window and knock that down, I guess. So
No.
I don't blame you. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, a nasty breaking ball, and it's 0-2 to Zane Franklin.
I got a 4-year-old at home that probably thinks he can climb up there and get that. He's like, I get it, Daddy. So, yeah.
Zane with an 0-2 count as he stands back in, and Noah Spain trying to get out number one of the inning. Misses low, ball one. 6 o'clock, a broadcast over the radio. Magic 105, KBOA FM, Piggott, Kennett, your radio home of Kennett Indian baseball this season. Lady Indians win their softball game against New Madrid. Foul back to the screen. Zane will stay alive.
He's up there battling. Need to.
One and two the count to Zane Franklin as Spain misses outside, evens the count 2-2. Will Leaker in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Paul Glass with the softball broadcast, packing up his equipment. Two and two the count to Franklin. And there's strike three at the knees, and that's out one here at the bottom of the fifth inning. Thank you, Paul. Will Leaker, his first at bat of the ball game after coming in to play right field. Will with a big hit at Kelly. And he strokes this one out to right field. Right fielder looking up into that sun, and Huffman will make the play for out number two. Hit pretty well to right field, but right at the right fielder, Huffman. 2 outs. Indians go back to the top of the order, and Caleb Duncan. 6-0 Mules. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning here at Indian Park. Spain gets a fastball in there for strike one.
Let's get just rolling here, Caleb. Need something going.
A lot of room in right center field if Caleb takes it the opposite way. Breaking pitch is in there for
really
strike two.
Shading this to pull it, aren't they?
Caleb Duncan in the hole, 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on for the Indians. Bottom of the fifth inning. Pitch, swing and a miss. That will do it for the Indians here in the fifth. We go to the sixth. Poplar Bluff bats, leading Kennett 6-0. Back with that sixth inning right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Colton Neville back on the mound for the Kennett Indians. Good to hear from Mike Hunter commenting about a 4-year-old that might be willing to climb the screen here. Lance Penn getting a chuckle out of it. Tell you, that one's up there. You're going to have to go about 2/3 of the way up the screen to get that foul ball out of the screen.
Not so sure his mom or grandmothers would be real happy if I let him go after that one.
Keep him down on earth.
Yeah.
Be safer. It'll be Cooper, the number 9 hitter, followed by Hall and Tabanera for Poplar Bluff, leading 6-0 as we go to the sixth. Neville, 27 pitches in his first inning of work, starts off with the ball outside the zone. to Drew Cooper. Good to hear from Mike Hunter. Inside corner is a called strike. Fielders staring into that setting sun now as the clouds have drifted away here at Indian Park, the 1-1. Ground ball, a high hopper to Anderson at short. Tough play. Fields throws in time. Good job by the sophomore, Cade Anderson.
Good job, Cade.
That's the first out of the inning. Well, made that one difficult. It's a high hop, and Cooper runs pretty well, but Anderson gets him out at first.
Yeah, those definitely knowing how to play that hop right there and picking out that one you want to be able to step and throw through.
Now Dylan Hall, center fielder, leadoff hitter, 2 for 3 on the day, takes a strike from Neville. As Colton gets ahead in the count.
Probably got the scoreboard back going over there. We had a little difficulties in between innings, but it's back and functional.
0-1 pitch from Neville. Good strike on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to Dylan Hall.
Now, one thing we laugh about a lot of times amongst the coaches, you don't ever know what you're going to see or what will happen out at Indian Park, so it's always an event.
Now the 0-2. Outside, ball 1-2. Hall with a double and a single. Ground out to short, his last at bat, and he grounds it back to the shortstop. Tough play again for Anderson. Fields throws again. Cade Anderson, a nice play, and the speedy leadoff hitter Dylan Hall that time.
That is a tough play, playing it right there on the kind of on the in between, whether it's going to be on the grass or on the dirt, and he just kind of fields it and kind of has some flashes of another guy that could flash the leather around a little bit over there at the shortstop position.
Was he out here earlier today?
He may have been. I didn't get here early enough to see him, but I think we're talking about the same guy.
Neville retires the first 2 and starts Marcus Tabanera, the second baseman, off with a strike. First 2 retired here in the top of the 6th. Pop up down the first baseline, and again 0-over, but this one he's going to run out of real estate.
He'd have to climb a fence and then catch a horse, I think, to go find that one.
But the count 0-2 now on Marcus Tabanera. Marcus is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Colton tries to retire the Mules 1-2-3, but can't do so as opposite field's single over Brown's head at second. Be a 2-out base runner for the Mules.
This game has brought in some extra things when you get a runner at first. We could have a double play or a pickoff. One of which we saw today.
Yes, we saw a few pickoffs here from these left-handers on the hill. Spain is 2 for 3. We finally got this guy out his last at bat. The curveball outside, ball 1. Noah has doubled in his first at bat, singled on his second at bat, and flied out to Hayden Gilmore, his 3rd plate appearance. 1-0 the count. Tabanera at first takes his lead. Neville's pitch to the plate is a strike. The throw down to first. Gets away from Owen Williams, but Tabanera will stay there. Owen got his body in front of it. Runner stays put. 1-1 the count to Noah Spain. 2 outs, 6-0 Mules. We're in the top of the 6th. Curveball in the dirt. Nice block back behind the plate. Caleb Duncan. 2-1 the count now to Spain. Cleanup hitter Dobbs in the on-deck circle. 2 in the first, 1 in the 3rd inning, and 3 in the 5th. The scoring for the Mules. 0s for the Indians in this one. Line drive down the left field line is foul. Hit hard but foul by Noah Spain.
Oh, he's been a tough out today.
Yes, he doesn't get cheated at the plate.
No.
That's for certain. He's pitched a very good ball game and will probably be out for the 6th. 2-2 the count with 2 down and a runner at first. The pitch outside is ball 3, 3-2. First 2 were retired before Tabanera singles to right center field. Now the count full 3-2. Neville's pitch fouled back to the screen. Count remains 3-2. Tabanera will again be off with the pitch. Colton. Pitch to the plate is low, ball 4. Runners at first and second now for the Mules. 2 down in the inning, and the cleanup hitter Bryce Dobbs. He's 2 for 3. Singled on a ground ball, infield hit to the shortstop. Grounded into a fielder's choice at third, and doubled on a line drive to center field. The double coming his last at bat. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th inning. Colton Neville with the first pitch home. Strike at the knees. Base runner at second is Tabanera. Spain, the base runner at first. After drawing the walk after the 2-out single by Tabanera. The 0-1 to Bryce Dobbs. Hit high in the air, center field. Going back is Gilmore, and it will hit at the base of the fence. 1 run in, 2 runs will score, and the throw comes in with a 2 RBI double by Bryce Dobbs as he gave it a ride to straightaway center field. Tabanera scores. Spain also scores on the last play, and Dobbs will be down at second base, and the Mules now lead it 8-0. Miles Johnson, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He has walked a couple of times and grounded out to third. Pinch runner for the catcher, Dobbs. Neville with the pitch. Fouled. Strike 1. Wind blowing slightly out to right center field. Ball that Dobbs hit didn't need a lot of help. He got all of it. Gilmore just ran back toward the fence to get it in, but not before 2 runs scores. This will score another run. Base hit between first and second, and the run will come in. Now the throw to the plate, and the runner will take second on the throw. And it's 9-0 Mules. Dobbs comes in and scores on the single to right. Johnson down to second on the throw to the plate, and Indians need to get out of this inning, or they're going to be in danger of being forced to score a run to take this ball game to the 7th. 9-0 Mules. The 10th run down at second with 2 outs. And Cade Huffman, 1 for 3, the left-handed hitter, takes ball 1, low and away.
Yeah, we need to get one here. How about a pop-up. I'll take a pop-up to get out of the inning.
1-0 pitch. There's a strike from Colton Neville. Good win yesterday against Van Buren, but looks like the Indians are going to have to really make a comeback in this one. Pitch a little bit outside ball, too. I think a lot could be forgiven, though, with a trip to Dexter and getting a victory tomorrow.
That's the big one. That one's the conference and the district game. The district more important, you know. I said those March wins don't mean a lot, but that one does.
There's a line drive to center field, going to bounce in front of Hayden. He's going to come up and throw it quickly to the plate. Owen will not cut it. Now the ball will get back to the screen, and the runner will go down to the second base after the single. The run did not score, but it'll be second and third for the Mules.
Yeah.
One hopper out to Gilmore. Gilmore will let it fly toward the plate. Bell will come to the plate. Huffman at second, Johnson at first.
We really need to get this out right here.
Yes.
Keep the guy up on third from scoring.
Keep it a 9-0 ball game and at least have a couple at bats remaining as ball one is low to Bell. Brant Bell, he's looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 3 this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Good pitch, Colton.
I would think that Hayden Gilmore will probably get the start tomorrow against Dexter. Hayden pitched on Saturday.
Over here doing the math. I'm going to say yes that they put
his
him.
Pitch count was about 60, so he should be good to go. Swing and a miss. Yeah. 1-2 now the count.
I'm going to bet that pitch count was calculated.
Yes, it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Brant Bell. The 1-2. Breaking ball is low. A good stop by Duncan to keep the runner at third. 2-2 the count to Bell. 2 outs for the Mules. 3 runs in here in the 6th. They added 3 more in the 5th. 1 in the 3rd. 2 in the 1st. Totals up to 9. Now the 2-2 pitch to Brant Bell. Brant strokes it down the right field line. Leaker goes back, and Will makes a nice play on that one. Boy, that saved a couple of runs. Leaker going back. Makes the play, but the Mules add 3, and they lead 9-0. Indians bat. Bottom of the 6th inning when we return to Indian Park right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC, online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Noah Spain back on the mound, 71 pitches this afternoon as he has a little more juice left in the tank. And he'll face Cade Anderson, Hayden Gilmore, and Cash Franklin for the Indians. Caden Pruitt, if anyone can reach. Indians trail 9-0. Need some runs here. Kate is grounded out and struck out in the ball game, trying to get things started for the Indians. First pitch is in there for a called strike.
Come on, Kate, get us started, buddy.
Kate has played some really nice plays out in the field. At his shortstop position, another Kennett sophomore, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is just outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Anderson. High and tight, ball 2. 2-1. Base runners, what we need.
We need base runners, however we can get them.
And then get them around and step on home plate. A one-hitter by Noah Spain so far in this ball game. This one's high, ball 3, 3-1.
75 pitches or 76.
76 will be on the way here to Kate Anderson. Kate ahead in the count, 3-1. Kate hits it high in the air on the infield. Everybody looking up into that setting sun. The shortstop Johnson will make the play for the first out of the inning. Gilmore comes to the plate. Hayden. This afternoon has popped out to second and lined out on a hard hit ball to the right fielder, his last at bat. Huffman made the catch about shoe top tall. Tabanera at second, shading his eyes. And the first pitch goes outside to Gilmore, ball 1.
Well, Hayden's due for a big hit here. He's had just a lot of well-struck balls here the past 2 days. Need to get one in a gap.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Hayden gets under this one, pops it up to the shortstop. There's out number 2 here in the 6th inning. Pop up to the shortstop. Johnson handles the first 2. Off the Kennett bats, Anderson and Gilmore. Now Cash Franklin will hit. Base is empty and 2 down here, bottom of the 6th inning. Ball outside and low to Cash.
Come on, Cash.
One-0 pitch. It hits him on the hand. Tried to get out of the way, but hit by a pitch is Franklin. 2-out base runner and a painful at bat for Cash Franklin. Caden Pruitt, he has the lone Kennett hit in the ball game. He singled on a line drive back up the middle. He's also popped out to third. Franklin, the base runner at first. Pretty big lead over there for Cash. Ball low and away, ball 1. Spain at 81 pitches now in the ball game. I think those expressions, that's really, he's looking at the dugout and he lets his emotion show while he's waiting on the pitch call. Foul off the plate.
I'll say this, like with the umpires, he's been consistent with it.
Yes, he has.
he has. It's been the same most of the game.
Nothing wrong with a pitcher looking a little mad while he's out on the mound either, as long as he keeps his emotions in check when it comes to pitching. And so far, Spain has pitched a beauty. A one-hit shutout. Runner at first, 2 down, and this pitch is high, ball 2, 2-1. I think at this point, Spain is thinking, I want to go the distance. One-hit shutout.
Right.
I'm 4 outs away from that. Now I hit a batter, and it's 2-1 on the next hitter. Pruitt's ready, the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2 the count.
Yeah, I'm sure he is out there. Hey, I want to get this one. I want to finish this one, and so for our sake, I hope we can get about 4 hits right here and run him out of this game.
There you go. 9-0 Mules. Ball in the dirt. The count goes full. Runner Cash Franklin will stay at first. Dobbs the block, and it runs just down the first baseline. Ball game 2 hours old at Indian Park. The pitch. Fastball is high, and that's ball 4. So a couple of runners on. Pruitt draws a walk, and Owen Williams will come to the plate. Cash Franklin goes down to second base. And here comes Coach Patillo out. He'll visit with his pitcher, Noah Spain. 86 pitches for Noah. He's reaching for the baseball, and Noah gets a pat on the back. He was trying to get out of this inning, but they're going to make a pitching change. So we'll tell you now about the new Poplar Bluff pitcher when we return to Indian Park. Indians with runners at first and second and 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mules up 9-0. Back after this.
Tournament season is just around the corner at the Kennett Country Club. Kick things off with a 9-hole 2-person night golf tournament on April 12th. Then get ready for the biggest event of the year, the 3-man scramble happening May 3rd and 4th. Spots fill up fast, so get your team signed up today. And don't miss the Mixed Pairs tournament teeing off on May 17th and 18th. While you're there, check out the all-new selection of apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Golf season is here at the Kennett Country Club.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Third baseman comes in, and Noah Spain's day is finished on the mound, but a beauty pitched by Spain in this one. Looking at his numbers, he walked 4, struck out 4, he hit a batter, but he only allowed 1 Kennett hit, no runs here in the ball game. Tin Chavez comes in to do the pitching. He's a right-hander, so he'll come in from third. And Spain will go defensively to third base, and Owen Williams will be the first customer for Ryan Tin Chavez. Owen is 0 for 1 officially at the plate this afternoon as he has walked and reached on an error by the shortstop. Cash Franklin at second base. Caden Pruitt at first base for Kennett. Kennett needing some hits, needing some runs, down 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 down. To Chavez, the right-hander. First pitch is high, ball 1. Williams back of the box. Next pitch. This one's fouled out of play. 1-1 the count.
Come on. Oh, we got 2 runners on here.
Slight breeze going out to right field.
Just one that reached the outfield grass right here. Probably score a guy.
Curveball low and away. Ball 2. 2-1 now to Owen Williams. Center fielder Hall is fairly shallow and shaded a little bit to the right side. They're not expecting Owen Williams to pull. Lots of room down that left field line. Owen turns on one. Next pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-1. John Baker Brown in the on-deck circle for the Indians. If Owen Williams could reach, he's ahead in the count, 3-1. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Foul tip at the plate. And the count goes full, 3-2. Runners will be off with the pitch. Cash Franklin at second, Caden Pruitt at first. Now the pitcher will spin without a throw back to second. Shortstop Johnson was breaking over toward third. But the runner is now off with the pitch, and the pitch is high, and the bases are loaded for the Indians.
There we go.
Bases loaded and 2 outs. And John Baker Brown will step in. Had a sacrifice bunt and hit into a fielder's choice this afternoon. How about a base hit here?
Yeah, come on, JB.
First pitch. It's high, ball 1.
Yeah, again, ball to outfield grass here. Probably going to score 2. We get one of those gaps. I think we're going to try to press it and see if we can get KP home over there at second.
Outfield shallow for Poplar Bluff. Wind blowing out just a bit to right field. The 1-0 pitch to Brown. Brown hits it in the air to center field. Turning, running back is Hall, and he's under it for out number 3. Hit pretty well to center field by Brown, but he'll haul it in. Hall will haul it in center field, and the Indians strand. The base is loaded. We go to the 7th. Mules will bat, leading this one 9-0.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Top of the 7th we go. Mules will send 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Tin Chavez, who's now the pitcher, comes to the plate to bat first, followed by Cooper, and then top of the order, Hall. Colton Nebel back out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch on the outside corner is called strike 1. Kennett is threatened in the ball game, but bases loaded in the last inning, but they couldn't get a run across. Held only 1 hit so far in the ball game. Ball 1 is outside. 1-1 the count to Neville to Tin Chavez. Fly ball, shallow right field, and that one's going to drop over Brown in front of Leaker for leadoff single. Little bloop hit just past Brown, right in front of Leaker. Leadoff single.
Kind of a tough play there. The ball was just kind of a dying quail right there over the top of the first baseman's head, and a long way to go for JB there at second base. So, again, sets us up for a pickoff or a double play, one of the two.
Drew Cooper 0 for 3. He used the hitter. We've seen Brown make some really nice plays running over toward the line on those pop-ups. But that one didn't have a lot of height to it. Ball 1 outside to Cooper. Mules up 9-0. We're in the 7th. Neville checks the runner at first, and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Cooper.
Well, I think this is not Cooper.
No, this isn't Cooper.
This is not Cooper.
This is a pinch hitter. So
apologize. That's
Sessengood, I guess. Remington. Sessengood. Inside corner is strike 2. We may see some pinch hitters here for Poplar Bluff, up 9-0. I wouldn't think that Hall will come out of the ball game, but there's a pinch hitter in the on deck circle as well for the Mules. Foul tip at the plate, and the count remains 1-2.
I think Caleb took that one off the fingertip.
Home plate umpire takes the baseball out to Colton Neville to give Caleb just a couple of seconds to shake off the effects of that foul tip. Tim Chavez is the runner at first base. Remington Sissengood is the hitter. Neville with the pitch. Ground ball towards second, slowly hit. Brown will field, and the only play to first is in time for the out. Wasn't hard enough to get that double play.
No, and this is going to be...
Let's see. Jenkins will be the hitter. Caden Jenkins, the pinch hitter for the Mules. Tim Chavez is now down at second base, the base runner. Line drive back to Colton. This is going to be the first double play of the year as Neville will stab it and throw it to Anderson for 2. Now there it is, the first double play.
That is not how I had...
you didn't have that one drawn up that way.
No, not on my bingo card for this year for the baseball
Hey, but we're
season.
going to the bottom of the 7th. Indians trail 9-0. We need some runs. Back with that bottom of the 7th right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Missed that one.
Ryan Chavez will return to the mound for the Mules. Got the last out in the 6th inning. And Zane Franklin, Will Leaker, and Caleb Duncan will come to the bat for Kennett here in the bottom of the 7th. The Indians trail 9-0. They've been shut out on only one hit in the ball game. Indians with the bases loaded in the 6th, but could not get a run across. Quick turnaround, 3rd game in a row this week. We'll go on the road to Dexter to take on the Bearcats tomorrow afternoon. First pitch at 4:30. We'll be on the air around 4:15 tomorrow from Dexter. Zane Franklin, 0-2, comes to the plate. Indians getting their first double play of the year, a line drive to Colton Neville, and they double up the runner at second. Cade Anderson covering the bag. Inside is ball 1 to Zane Franklin. Do we have a 10-run comeback here in the bottom of the 7th?
Get a 9-run comeback first, and then
Well,
we can go 10. We're going to walk it off with 10, yeah.
So we'll just stay, whether we want to go to extra innings or walk it off. I'd go for the walk-off here. If we're going to score 9, why don't we just make it 10?
Yeah, I like that.
2-0 the count to Franklin. He's trying to get things started for the Indians. Swings and misses, strike 1. Lady Indians won their softball game. We had the broadcast for you. If you're watching our baseball broadcast, it's available on our KTMO platforms. You can go over and watch that on YouTube or X. Swing and a miss. And the count 2-2 now to Zane Franklin.
Still have a hard time calling it X.
X.
It's difficult for me.
Now the 2-2. Outside corner is called, strike 3. First out of the inning. Here in the 7th, and Will Leaker will bat.
Come on, Will, get us started here.
Will flied out to right, a ball he hit pretty well. Huffman was able to get to it. His first at bat. First pitch. Will gets under this one, pops it up on the infield. Shortstop Johnson on the dirt, makes the catch for out number 2. Two down, Indians down to their last out here in the ball game. Back to the top of the order, and Caleb Duncan.
Come on, Caleb.
Caleb hits this one in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder, and he'll run out of real estate as Huffman runs over to the fence. That's strike 1. Again, we're in Dexter tomorrow. Take on the Bearcats, a conference and district matchup against Dexter. First pitch at 4:30. We're on the air at 4:15. Swing and a miss, 0-2 to Caleb Duncan. Indians down to their last strike here in the ball game. Ryan Chavez with the pitch and a ground ball to the shortstop. Couple of hops. There's Johnson across. Low throw and scooped it first for out number 3. That'll do it. Mules win it 9-0. We'll come back and wrap things up from Indian Park right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Well, it was all Mules this afternoon as Poplar Bluff wins it. And it's a good time for our video to freeze up here from Indian Park. As you just see an image, both teams are shaking hands, but we're not going to get things going again here. We'll tell you, 9 runs, 14 hits for Poplar Bluff. Poplar Bluff committed a couple of errors. It was no hits for Kennett, or 1 hit for Kennett, no runs. And Kennett committed 3 errors this afternoon as the Indians just could not get things going as far as the offense in this ball game. And the Indians fall, and they're going to have to get things going very quickly as they go to Dexter tomorrow after this 9-0 loss to Poplar Bluff. Great outing for the starter, Noah Spain, as he goes 5 2/3 innings. Allowed only 1 hit in the ball game. He walked 4, struck out 4. And coming in, Tabanera to close things out for the Mules in this ball game. And for Poplar Bluff, it was just a dominant performance with the 14 hits. They scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth. And the Indians threatened a couple of times but couldn't get a runner across. 9-0 Mules. And Coach, this is one of those you just have to put put it on the back burner and move on to the next game.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and I'm just kind of thinking, I didn't think that the guys pitched it too bad. That the hits were they just got a lot of, timely hits, We misplayed a few, that maybe cost a few runs here or there, but we're going to run into that at times, especially with the young pitching staff. Not a lot of innings on the staff this year, coming back from next year. So there's going to be some growing pains. Again, talked about this yesterday, just call it a baseball day. You got about 24 hours to forget about it, and you got to move on and get a game plan ready to go for Dexter, which is that big district and conference game tomorrow. So hopefully we can pack some hits on the bus and take them with us up there to that team up north.
And we'll be going to that team up north. Dexter, and we'll be on the air at 4:15. First pitch at 4:30. Coach New and his Indians huddled up down in the left field area here at Indian Park. Thanks to all of our sponsors who have made a broadcast possible this afternoon. Lance Penn, appreciate him setting in with us. As always, great to have him alongside. Tad Jones, our video coordinator, handling all the duties there, and Monty Lyons getting us connected on our radio broadcast. Once again, our final score, Poplar Bluff 9, Kennett nothing. We'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon from Dexter with more Kennett Indian Baseball.
This has been Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast: Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.